Hey YouTube, it's the Eric Volpe, and it's time to get dangerous with a rant, and I will put fitting slash unfitting background to this rant. And as a lot of you probably don't know slash know, depending on who I'm talking to or who actually watches this, I play a lot of different card games. I play a lot of different games. I play League of Legends. I play Pokemon Wi-Fi, Pokemon TCG, Yu-Gi-Oh TCG. And a lot of things like that. Like I play StarCraft. I know a lot of different games, and I try to keep current on a lot of the meta. But obviously, multitasking is a bitch. So I do not claim to know a lot about any of the games, other than maybe League and Yu-Gi-Oh. Pokemon, but if I didn't know anything about Pokemon, why were my whatever? So I have to talk about this because for Yu-Gi-Oh players, September 1st is the ban list coming up, and with spellcasters and dragon rulers pretty much dominating nationals for the U.S., I have been seeing various different ban list predictions going on, and it's annoying. Like, there are very few people I deem qualified to make predictions about what goes on in the ban list, and I would say that would be the people who are at nationals or who got their national invites, and the people who top slash whoever's at Worlds, because those are the people who play the game day in and day out and understand the game enough that they know what wins constantly, meaning they truly know what's broken and what deserves to get hit. I mean, I hate seeing ban list predictions. Like, if I had to talk about the ban list right now as a person and predict what's going to get hit, what's going to get unhit, all that, I would say I could see Dark Magician of Chaos coming back. It's probably not. I could see it. I understand why. I understand why it doesn't, but I could also come up with 100 reasons why it could. But, you know, but then there could be a pro player who just tell me like 1,000 more reasons why it couldn't. Like, I could see Spellbooks getting hit, Dragon Rules obviously getting hit. I could see E-Heroes getting unhit a little bit. I could see also Fire Fist getting preemptively hit. Mermelds I really feel like don't need to get hit right now because Konami did a preemptive hit with the ban of Bryonac. Which, you could just argue Bryonac was OP as it was. Yes, it was a 1-for-1 discard bounce. In some situations, that's more of a plus because you bounce a synchro or something or an exceed. However, Bryonac and Mermel's was ridiculous because it was just too good. You plus too much. And so Konami preemptively banned it. They also preemptively banned a Gishki that could loop really well and just wipe out hands. Sounds like wind-ups. So I just wanted to rant about this because I have a lot of people, I am part of a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh groups, and I see all these bad ban list predictions. Some of them are bad on purpose, and they're pretty funny, and I get a good laugh out of it. But then there are the ones where people are being serious, and it bothers me, because I know you don't know enough about the game, I don't know enough about the game, for us to have enough basis to argue on this. If you want to talk about something I know a little better, that's fine, but I play fucking tier 2 decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Hell, I was the same kid who, when I started playing competitive, I was playing like aggro Monarch Beatdown with Treeborn Frog and Hydrogeddons because it's what I had. Like, I didn't know anything. Like, I didn't know much about the meta as of recently until a couple months ago because I stopped playing when Shining Darkness came out. Yeah, I stopped playing when Shining Darkness came out. So the whole exceed thing and all that was new to me, so I didn't know what half these seeds do. Even now I don't, and I don't keep up with the ban lists enough, or not the ban lists, with the pack lists and all that, to know what's broken. So I feel like I don't have enough say to preemptively determine what a ban list should be. But I also feel like there's not enough people on the site who are claiming they do that do. Alright, so that's my Yu-Gi-Oh rant. Pokemon rant. Pokemon TCG. Awesome game, actually. It's not really a rant, more of a compliment at this point. I started playing the online again. I used to play it for fun, like, a year ago. I was playing Rush Explosion, awesome deck. But I stopped playing, gave all my shit to Fizzy Stardust, awesome person. I'm not going to link or anything because, like, 10 of you are going to watch this, so who cares? But, yeah, awesome guy. Nice guy. But Pokemon TCG started actually making it so the poor man could play TCG and not feel like left out. They included a lot of stables in the decks that are easy to win. All I have to do is invest a little time. So if you're looking for something to do, play Pokemon TCG. I mean, don't like if you're not gonna put money into it, don't expect to get a lot out of it, but you'll get something out of it. Like I haven't put an Ascent in. I have 3 captures. I've got a couple of EXs out packs. Like it's a fun game. But Pokemon fucking Wi-Fi. Can we get like some changes to the meta, or is this what we're gonna deal with until October? If it is, that's fine. Then I really don't like the game that much right now, or something. Like I hate the meta right now so much. I feel it's so unbalanced, and if you don't bring the right defensive core and the right checks, you just lose. And it reminds me when Black and White first started, where it was like if you didn't bring certain checks and counters, you just got your face fucked. Like seriously, how is Burloom fair? Like, I know how Burloom's fair, but still it bothers the shit out of me. Techniloom too good. Yeah, there's probably somebody laughing at me for bitching about Techniloom, or it's probably even something more broken that I can't put my finger on. Um, I feel like with Black and White 2, they should have done more of an overhaul on the Ubers, UU, and all that. Sorry for yawning. I've been up since 2 a.m. and it's 4 p.m. right now, so I've been up 14 hours. So, like, I feel like when it comes to Pokemon Wi-Fi, they're just not doing the right things. I feel like Smoggin, I heard first thing I've been Keldeo, and I'm like, what the fuck are you on? Keldeo has a shit move pool considering like some of the things that are in this game. Like Keldeo gets Icy when it's its best ice move, which granted takes out any dragon that's 4x resisted, and nothing can switch it. And if anything switches into it and it's not choice, they're gonna take the Icy one, then a Hydro Pump, which fuck. But I mean, if you want to run like Specs Keldeo or something, have fun. But I mean, I feel like Combine Keldeo doesn't have the right coverage. But now I think about it, if you don't like, if you run Hydro Pump, Icy Wind, Secret Sword, no, that's gonna beat you out. But there are some things that will. I just feel like Keldeo shouldn't be hit like that, and maybe it was just a glitch for the like going on a PO. But some people said that Tamago was looking to Keldeo. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, you took Genesect away, which is understandable because Lead Genesect was good. Genesect as a whole is really good. But, like, leave Keldeo alone. Leave my fucking horse alone. I love that thing. It's the only water type I've actually grown to like. I really don't like water types, to be honest. I love grass types, surprisingly, even though the grass types in this game are shit for OU. Like, there's no good offensive grass type other than, like, Celebi, even then it's better on the defensive side. So, yeah. Oh, for, like, the 2 people who are going to listen in this far in, like, 10 minutes in, if there's anything you want me to do, like, you like my voice, because I did get a new mic, like, a while back. This is just the first time I've actually had time in life to sit down and rant about something, not worry about anybody interrupting me or anything like that. Like, I don't even have video recorded for this yet. I'm just gonna, like, do a bunch of random battles or some shit on PO and save them, record them, and call it a day. But still, like, I don't know. I like people liking me, if that makes sense. I don't admit that a lot. But yeah. Oh, so League of Legends. I'm going to have a computer where I can record shit. I'm not that good. I'm like Silver 1, Silver 2. I think Silver 2. But I get matched with Gold 5. So technically I'm a gold player. I just haven't earned my way in yet. Even though, like, I'm really not that good. I know a lot about the game. Riot, good company. Good guy company actually doing work. That's the thing. I played Pokemon for so long, I didn't know what balance was really until I started playing League. 2 different games technically, but not really. Any game with a meta can let you get appreciation for a company or for a game that has a consistently changing meta. It sucks because every 3 to 4 weeks it's a new game technically, but it's good because they try to check and balance things. Like, and Riot rarely lets something broken stay for too long. I think the most something broken's ever gone to stay was like 3 patches at most. I mean, If something becomes broken, they normally deal with it. And with the LCSs, while some people hate LCS is really good for the fact that where I can see what the pros are doing on a more frequent basis, and that means they can figure out what's good. I remember when Jace got played at like one major event near the end of season 2 before LCS was a thing, and they're like, "Oh shit, Jace is really good." Like more people picked up on it. Now we get to see day in, like week in and week out, what's the flavor of the week, what's the flavor of the month, what's being banned, why is it being banned. Like, I'm sorry, but Riot nerfing champions sometimes is a good thing. I love certain champions, so them getting banned, I'm like QQ crack cry. Like I love playing Shen. I love playing Ezreal. Like I love playing champions that sometimes get banned out or picked often. So when they nerf them, I like those champions for their skills, but also just for their feel. Like I am happy, so happy about their Yi rework because I can play him AD top lane like I feel he was meant to be. I'm sorry, Jungle Yi is kind of shit. He needs way too much gold in order to get going, and top lane, if you're not a retard and you don't get ganked often or camped, you can get farm, you can get strong, you can get to your mid game. So that is awesome. I like where he is now. I think the true damage crit is a little much, but I want to see what people do with him because I think it's awesome. He's what I feel like Aatrox should have been. Like that's what Aatrox should have been. Like, but not with the same thing. Just more of an an attack speed based AD caster, if that makes sense. Which is what he technically is. Like, I feel like Aatrox is just Tryndamere and Sion's love child done wrong. I know Riot likes to keep optimization able for players, but things like AP Aatrox or AP Tryndamere or AP Ezreal, I feel like either make it viable or don't let it be a thing. APE used to be such a niche thing. I played APE once in my life in a legit match. I won 19-4. I felt dirty after. I felt like I needed a bath. Granted, I was telling my whole team what to do, and we had a Mumu, Ezreal, Zinzao, Janna with APE. That's rape. I got 2 quadrants that game, both stolen. Both games, both quadrants I had my penta stolen. APE, too easy if he doesn't get shut down lane. Even if it does, if he knows how to snowball, he'll snowball. Which I felt like Riot knew we need to get rid of this before it actually becomes, meta again, which it was becoming meta for a little. Then they nerfed meditate, and people's like, that's shit. And it's like, wait, no, if you're not a retard, you don't get hit off the meditate. It's not shit. Just play right. Riot changes to jungle. I feel like Riot needs to make the jungler be able to do what the jungler wants. I think comp shouldn't call for 2 tanky people, but I mean, I understand why they do. Because you can't, top lane can't really block it now because it's such a big item. I mean, if I played Shen or something, I'd build Locket sometimes. But I honestly miss Aegis being a decent top lane item. I used to build it on Darius and Lee Sin a lot because I felt like those were good tanky stats they needed in order to stay in the fight long enough to do their optimal damage. But it sounds stupid, but 8 AD is so nice. I'm sorry, but if I just get random 8 AD for combination price mind you being 600, and all the bonus stats were amazing on Season 2 Aegis, and then Bulwark came out, and so the defensive stats got better, they killed the offensive, but then Bulwark was too much anti-AP. If you had Bulwark, Locket, and then someone on your team carrying something for MR, too good. Too good. The reason why they're redoing this so the MR isn't as good, and so pathing becomes a little more designated because Bulwark Locket was so standard on junglers. They were like, why not both on one, I guess? I don't know. I really don't care. I'm a jungler even though I have most wins in the jungle for my rank. I'm a top laner. That's what I do. I like my gay wrestling up top. I guess that's how my friend words it, because it's just 2 people trying to pin each other down and just beat on the other one with their advantage. So yeah. Oh god, Misty, no, my cat is attacking me. She wants my soul. Or not, she just wants to use me as a climbing post. Thank you, Misty, I love you too. So anything else? Not really. I mean, yeah, I guess I'm starting college soon. If anybody gives a fuck, I'm gonna be a freshman. Awesome. Getting a new computer, taking out a small student loan to pay for things. Nothing much. I'm not gonna go into my financial information because you don't need to know whether I'm a rich or poor white boy. You just need to know that, well, I'm not so broke that I'm living in a dumpster, but I'm not so rich that I could literally buy your house. Yeah. So, I really can't think of anything. If you want to know about my StarCraft, I suck at it. I play it, I suck at it. Hey, what do you want from me? I don't have time to get good at a lot of different games. If anybody plays League and wants to add me, as long as you're not an asshole and, like, you can take a little bit of criticism, because if you act like you're the best, I will criticize you to no end. So yeah, Misty, now! I love you, Misty, now! I'm a climbing post again. I feel so used. So, to recap really quickly. Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta, going to shit for kind of Olympic shit. TCGO slash TCG. Awesome! I feel like it's done really well. I might go to the pack re-release because I'm going to get into TCG as a whole. So, yeah, Pokemon Wi-Fi, fix your shit. I love the game. I love what competitive battle, even though it's hacksy as shit. And League of Legends has made me hate hacks and crit chance and dodge and all that, because that shouldn't be a thing. But I still love it. I love Pokemon competitive. It's what I started with. I really just wish the meta was a little less. I don't know. I wish I could explain the meta. It's just stupid. Like I feel like I feel like the meta, like in the beginning of Gen 5, it was so fucking hyper offensive. That was like, oh my god, 10-turn battles, because that's how people were playing. Then people realized, wait, like we can make defensive cores using rain and sand and all that, and it'd be really broken. Thank you, Siren. And so that was a thing. Sun kind of just was like, oh, we're sunny. Ah. But someone's kind of throwing me out. I just feel like the meta. I don't know. I feel like defensive core is just so annoying, but so good. Like, I admit it's amazing. A good defensive core wins. But, I don't know. I just feel like they ban the offensive Pokemon too much. I feel like they need to start looking at the defensive Pokemon too. Like, Gastrodon getting moved up all the way to OU, like, from NU. I feel like that was stupid, and Gastrodon's not even played anymore. I feel like they just need to look at more of the defensive Pokemon and be like, well, this thing's a little much, because there's so little that can be done with. And can they just ban Drizzle already? Like, please, Smoggin, please, ban Drizzle. I know alright, you know what? I'm gonna fucking rant about this again, even though we're like almost 20 minutes in. The people who vote on Smoggin are the most pretentious, like, cocksuck, like, oh my god, I don't even know the insults I want to come up with. They're like the most self-gratifying assholes I've ever, like, dealt with or, like, read about. Because they ban shit that they don't want used against themselves, not shit they use. And there are definitely a lot of people who are like, no, that's not true. Like, I'm sorry. Some shit that's got moved up to Ubers is like, what? And then some shit that's not. See, Misty agrees, my death cat agrees. And then some shit that stays in OU is like, what? Look at Garchomp. Let's just look at Garchomp and don't tell me they don't, like, they want to use certain pokes and there are certain pokes they want used against them. Like Keldeo. I'm sorry, if Keldeo gets moved out of Ubers, it's because it fucks up dragons. Keldeo, like if I started using Skull, like if Latios and Latias were still highly used, like back, like in the beginning, because Specs Latios used to be amazing. If that was still a thing, and I was playing Banded Scolopede, because that thing outspeeds Latios, it gets Mega Horn, Earthquake, and a lot of different things. If I was playing Scolopede, and a lot of people were, because it countered them so hard, Scolopede would probably get moved up to OU. And That's stupid because it's not an OU poke. It just has a very good speed stat and its typing allows it to do so well against one thing in the meta. However, shit like Garchomp gets to move down to OU because they want to use it. But Keldeo might get moves to Ubers, even though Keldeo just has an amazing special attack stat, which but it's a pure water. It's a water fighting, has a lot of weaknesses, and has a mediocre move pool. Keldeo might get put up to Ubers because it just fucks shit up. Like, it fucks up dragons. It fucks up Ferrothorn. It fucks up the commonly used shit. Put it against a Burungaru. Make it feel awkward. Put it up against Gastrodon. Make it feel awkward. It's not broken. It's like how people were playing fucking Scarf T-Tard and Scarf Tran at one point in 4th gen. It was good because it did well against the meta. It itself is not broken. But what they gotta do is they gotta fix the meta so nothing, like, they have to ban what centralizes the meta, not what gets used because of the meta centralization. If you get what I mean. I mean, I might sound like a ranting idiot at this point, which I might. And if I do, whatever. I can already hear Crow being like, "Shut up, Diet Coke." If he messes. But I feel like Smoggin doesn't ban the right shit. They ban what goes against the OU meta, not what centralizes it. Weather centralizes the OU meta still. It's been going on for 2 years, 2+ years, and it's still not taken care of. They ban shit like Genosect did really well against Rain because it had that U-turn. Nothing wanted to take a +1 Genosect U-turn. Nothing could really deal with its move pool. But in general, Genosect wasn't broken. Like, bring in a Heatran on a Genosect and make it feel awkward, like I said before. Bring in a Rachi, well, not a Rachi. Bring in, like, anything that, like, resists, like, especially bulky, that resists it okay, and it doesn't do well. Like, Gastrodon makes that shit feel awkward, because, I mean, yeah, it has a U-turn, but that's it. If it locks itself in on, like, any of its moves, Gastrodon's like, come at me, brah. But no, they ban it because it does well against the meta. And I don't think that's how it should go. They should ban what centralizes the meta and see how things place in. But you know what, God forbid the random 18-year-old who plays but not openly plays Pokemon anymore be right. I'm probably dead wrong. They're quote unquote pro players. They probably know more than me when it comes to the voting shit. So maybe I'm being completely wrong. I'm just seeming like a pretentious prick. That's possible. Don't take me wrong. I know that's a possibility. I'm just ranting on my views and ideas. Feel free to disagree with them. This is the Eric Volpe, and I am going to sign out. I hopefully will actually start being active on here. College, believe it or not, is giving me more free time than before because I have a better schedule work around. Yes, I wake up at 5:30 a.m. every day, 5 days a week, and I work 22 hours a week. And I'm a full-time student, but I have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday pretty much off. So yeah, hopefully more shit to come. I actually really miss doing the YouTube thing. The community normally is pretty great on all ends. Even the League of Legends community, they're the assholes, but they're not as obvious. I'm sorry, if you're a bronze player, you could be the nicest guy in the world. I will call you a bronze player. Like, don't take it personal. I just really don't like most bronze players. I have a lot of friends who are in bronze, so it's nothing personal. I just, for some reason, just something about me just doesn't like them. They're like the kids who rant about their tier 3 deck being the best thing in existence, or the person talking about how SO tier should be the best thing in existence. But whatever. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. I'll put something over this so it's not just a black screen. Alright, so later.